channel, it's going to be very hard to not do.
Yeah.
Mate, that was terrible. It was just a joke. It was an absolute joke. Listen, I was happy. When the lineups come out, we see Lucas Paqueta in there. I was a bit more optimistic. I thought, do you know what? We'll get on the ball. We might pass it about a bit more. Still had Souček in there. Mate, we didn't do nothing. We did nothing. Apart from, world-class goal from Said Benrahma in the first half. I take nothing away from him. It was a fantastic goal, and it was really against the run of play. Tito Kerr was awful. He was just all over the shop, weren't he? Dawson, all over the shop. Their four was just killing us, all over the shop. Go on, mate. Have the floor. Go on, mate.
I don't know if can you still hear me?
I can still hear you, but you're frozen.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think my camera has frozen.
I'll tell you what, I'll take you out and then come back in, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, so whilst Paul's just getting himself back in, it was just terrible. What? We don't pass the ball properly. We don't attack teams. We don't press teams. It's just... I'm lost. I am. And listen, I've put the title as this Hammers Horror Show. Moyes needs to go. I am done. I'm done. Listen, the Europa Conference League is fantastic. It's a fantastic journey that we're on in that. But your bread and butter is the Premier League. And, you know, we are sleepwalking into a relegation battle. We really, really are. We are absolutely sleepwalking. We have to change this formation. It is so boring. I totally agree with you, mate. Keep your comments coming live, guys. Lost the midfield from the off. We did. I just listen. Like I say, we didn't really do anything. They were playing really, really well. They constantly had a stand at right hand side. They was bursting into the box. Just was a bit sloppy with their finishing in the first half. Palace. We did score a fantastic goal. It's good to see Paqueta get an assist. That is literally the only, for me, positive out of this game. At half-time, they did equalise, obviously, as well, so I just get a bit confused with the game there. I just got to pull back in. Obviously, we did. On the stroke of half-time, they equalised. Zaha, again, absolutely terrible. At half-time, Scamacca comes off. Antonio comes on. What did you make of that, mate? Listen, the guy in the chat's there, saying, why did Scamacca come off? 11 men behind the ball, you're going to lose. It's just
disgusting. Absolutely, mate. I've had enough. I've had enough. Yeah. Absolutely disgusting. We got absolutely battered at home against Crystal Palace. In the first half, we had 2 touches in their box. Like you say, Benrahma scored a fantastic goal. Lovely ball from Paqueta. Benrahma took it really well. Good finish. Apart from that, we did absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
And Scamacca wasn't having a great game, but he was so isolated. There were times when Paqueta was picking the ball up on the edge of our box, and it was 50 yards to Scamacca. What's he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do on his own? You know, and then, like you say, he comes off at half time for Antonio. For the first 25 minutes, Antonio was on the pitch. He didn't touch the ball.
No, don't get wrong. When Antonio got the ball, he was trying to turn. He was trying to run it. Listen, we're going to slate Antonio later on because it was his fault for the goal. That was very reminiscent of one he did at Selhurst Park a couple of years ago where he didn't run it into the corner flag, if you remember that game.
Disgusted, mate. I'm disgusted. Absolutely. And Moyes can't say this ain't his team. Mate, you bought these players. You paid that money for Scamacca, completely and utterly misusing him, completely mistreating him. That's twice he's bought him off at half time now. What is that going to do to his confidence? How are you building his confidence, bringing him off, hooking him at half time?
What did we say?
And then Antonio comes on and doesn't do anything. And then
we say? Go on, mate.
Sorry, mate. I'm sorry.
No, mate. You need to do it. I was going to say, what did we say in the podcast earlier, mate? I have got shades of Sebastian Haller. I can see that this is going to be another wasted opportunity. And you watch, Scamacca will probably leave, if it's not this summer, next summer, and you will see him go on to be some world-class striker that Kylian Mbappe wanted at Paris Saint-Germain this year.
Yeah, mate. If I was him, and I said this in the chat when we were talking earlier, I said this Scamacca is going to be thinking, what have I done coming to this club? What have I done? This is a guy whose career was on the up, playing with huge confidence.
Wanted him, mate. Mbappe wanted him at PSG.
Playing with huge confidence. Scored loads of goals last season. Comes to West Ham under David Moyes. He's getting pulled off at half time. What is going on? And then, I know you haven't got to that far in the game yet. Benrahma does wonders. Scores. He's our best attacking player, and he brings him off. He takes off Benrahma.
I'm glad he was fuming, mate. I'm glad he's fuming because I would be. What more has the man got to do? I was on Jake's show for the build-up. Like he invited me on, and I said to him, I said, I hope Benrahma scores. I said, but even if he scores, I bet he goes off about the 65th minute. And it bloody happened.
There you go, mate. It's unbelievable. And I'm like you say, Benrahma rightly annoyed coming off the pitch. The stadium, the boos started. They were singing Benrahma's name after he came off.
Good.
What did Jared Bowen do to stay on that pitch for 90 minutes?
Oh, he was awful.
What has he done this season? What did Jared Bowen do to stay on the pitch and Benrahma gets taken off? Scamacca, he's doing his best in the first 45. Doesn't really get any chances, but not much support. But he's doing his best. He's putting himself about in the first 45, taken off at half time. Benrahma scores a wonderful goal, probably our best player this season, taken off on 60 minutes. Oh my God, I nearly had an heart attack. Souček got subbed off.
Oh, I know, mate. I know.
That was it. Oh no.
When Souček went off, I'm just going to break it down into little 10-minute spells. We did pass the ball a little bit better when it was Downs, Lanzini, Paqueta.
As you'd expect.
But yeah, like you say, mate, as you expect, you can see that has potential. But will he ever play that from the start? Probably not. What about the penalty? Obviously, we're going to that. Never a penalty.
Never a penalty in a million years.
Listen, it was never a penalty. Even as a West Ham fan, I thought we, might have had a little smash and grab there and got it, but it wasn't to be. I follow the Knees Up Mother Brown match forum during the game, every game, and it was good to see 95% of people said the same thing. Never a penalty. Don't want to see that. Imagine if Zaha did that at the other end and it was given. Yeah.
You'd be going insane. Never a penalty in a million years. Never. It was Antonio took a heavy touch. He had Paqueta there on the other side of the box, wide open for a tap in. Could have squared it to him. Didn't. Messed up his touch. And then he just dived. He just completely dived.
And then, awful. We broke down the right-hand side. Antonio picks it up. Mate, I don't know what
gave it to the keeper. Just gave it to the keeper.
Like, recycle it again if you need to. And then they break. Like I say, it's exactly the same as the Crystal Palace game a couple of years ago where he didn't run it into the corner and they've run all the way down the end of the pitch and Eze puts it in. And
it was Elise, wasn't it?
Eze, yeah.
Was it Eze?
Eze. Oh, yeah, no, you are right, mate. It was Elise. Yes, you are right. Sorry, mate. You're right. Yeah, it was Elise, yeah.
His first goal for them.
Shock. Yeah, shock. Lovely goal, though. I can't take nothing away from it.
Deserved, mate. It was deserved. It was deserved. They deserved it.
You cannot look at that and go, oh, they've robbed West Ham there. They deserved it. They was just a bit wasteful, if anything. Zaha was constantly beating his man. They always looked fluid and the movement was constant from them. They defended well. I don't know, mate. People are going to watch this and they're going to go negative. Constantly.
I want
Moyes to go. I want Moyes to go now. I do. But I'm so boring. It's so boring. How are you setting up like that against Crystal Palace? How? Barry Beard says here, mate. Look, it just shows how weak the European Conference is. When you was gone, just reloading, mate. I was saying it's all great having that journey, mate. Listen, we love it. I love watching West Ham play in Europe. But we are sleepwalking, mate, into a relegation battle. We're sleepwalking into it. And yeah.
Mate, listen, I've said this before and I'll probably take stick for it. But even the good, and I've said this on this show, even the good European run we had last season got to the semi-final. What did we play? We played 6.
We won 1 knockout game.
We played 6 games. I think we won 2. We played 6.
Oh yeah, sorry,
games.
Lyon away and
Seville.
Seville at home, yeah.
We won 2 games out of 6 knockout games. Soon as we come up against decent teams, done. Yes, red cards, Cresswell, blah, blah, blah. You know, he's dining off of that. And I'm telling you, it's like you say, the quality, if we're being honest, the quality of the teams we've faced in the Conference League so far, they're championship quality at best.
Yeah,
at best.
They pass the ball a bit nicely. They can frustrate for a while, but they haven't actually got, a killer. We haven't actually come up against a killer in that Europa.
Don't get me wrong. I'm delighted. We won the group. We've gone through. Delighted, and I can't wait to. I hope we go on and win it, and I'll be absolutely buzzing if we do.
Yeah.
But mate, like I said it. I'm telling you, Blackburn will beat us in the week. Second in the championship. Second in the championship, flying, having a really good season
as well. They're an attacking team.
Moyes is now off the back of this loss. If he's still at the club, I hope he's not. But if he's still at the club, he's going to be panicking, thinking, I need to beat Leicester. We'll play a weakened team. Blackburn will beat us, no doubt about it. We'll get knocked out of the cup. No, he's done. He's done. He's destroying this team. Like I say, Scamacca, he's looked him twice at half time. Scamacca's going to be looking around thinking, get me out of this club. He'll be on the phone to his agent tonight. I guarantee it. He will be on the phone to his agent tonight. Get me out of this club. And then Benrahma, like you say, what does he have to do? What does he have to do?
It's so frustrating because there is a player there. Listen, I know, our friend Peter, obviously, he slates him something rotten, our friend Peter. And I know you had a little bit thingy with him last season. But, mate,
this season, he's been our best player
this season. He's been our best player.
Yeah.
He's scoring, he's assisting.
Last season before, I wasn't impressed with Benrahma. I said it many, many times. I wasn't impressed with him. But listen, I hold my hands up. If someone improves, which he has done, I will say it. I'll admit it and say, yeah, he has completely turned it around. This season, he's been our best player. He's been our most dangerous player. Scores a goal, a brilliant goal, still gets taken off. He's going to be thinking, what am I doing? Why am I bothering? What am I making this effort for? What's the point? 4-0, scores 2 goals in the week, gets on the pitch for the last 90 seconds. What is he doing? What is he doing? I've had enough. Completely and utterly, that's it. I've had enough. I don't care what he does now. I want him out. Out.
Just going for a few comments, mate, before we wrap up. Antonio was my favourite player because he always tried to stay on his feet, just kept running, but always falls over now. It's embarrassing watching him in a shirt. Hammerhead agrees with you, mate. Time for Moyes to go. Oh my God, 2 points from the relegation zone and 180 million spent. And I know, guys, I keep mentioning Newcastle. They are popping teams off like they're nothing, and we're sitting there doing nothing. It's so frustrating to see. No one can be happy with this kind of football. That is the Papa John's trophy of European football. Okay, guys, it's time for a big manager with a massive ego and great ability. Would Roma allow us to approach Jose? I know they would love him there.
I would hate Mourinho. I do not want Mourinho at West Ham.
He won't come anywhere, I don't think. I think he'll get a Newcastle job at some point. But that is a good question, though, mate. It is a good question, because people will say, well, if you sack Moyes is the perfect person you would go and get to get you out of trouble. Who do you go and get? And again, that's not a reason not to sack him, but it is a good question.
We need, I agree with the sentiment, Stephen. We need a manager who can manage big players. Like I said in the pre-match podcast we did, we've got Italy's number 9, we've got Brazil's number 10, we've got a German right back, didn't have a good game today, but
we've got the second name on the England team sheet.
Yeah, we've got supposedly one of the best defensive midfielders in the world. We've got big players now. We need a manager who can manage big players. We need a manager who's going to get the best out of this team. Moyes is not that man. He's not that man. I think he's lost the plot.
He's too safe.
I think he's lost the plot. The changes he made, the substitutions, the setup, sticking with the likes of Bowen. I genuinely, I think he's lost the players. I think he's done. The players will be looking around at each other. They'll be in their own little WhatsApp groups tonight saying, what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm telling you.
Yeah. But you didn't answer the question. Who would you go for?
Mate, like I say, who would you go for? I mean, Pochettino is still available. Is he going to want to come to a team who's potentially fighting relegation? I don't know, but ask the question. Like I say,
look at Villa, mate. Look what Villa's done, yeah? Villa's just got rid of Gerrard, haven't they? Put in Unai Emery. They're going to smash Man United 3-1 today.
Yeah. Another team that's leapfrogged us today as well.
Yeah.
You know, like you say, Mancini has been linked. I would 100% take him. You know, Italy not at the World Cup. Go for him. Make an approach.
Yeah.
You say they won't sack him, mate. I don't know. It's the.
I think Kretinsky has more say now than just Sullivan and Gold as well.
I think the biggest thing, you know, the fact that he lost the game today, and the mood in the stadium turned today. I think that's a big thing. You know, the mood in the stadium.
For me, if we lose to Leicester, well, he's done. I personally think
once you lose the fans in the seats, it's over. It's over.
You could feel it all. You could feel it in the stadium, though. I weren't in the stadium, but you could feel it through the telly. Tony Gale was my co-commentator. I don't know who your co-commentator was, and even he was saying West Ham are terrible. Like he goes, they're at home. They're not doing anything. You know, Tony is a big West Ham fan, and he knows what he's talking about. Dare I mention Scott Parker? No.
Again, we need again not a manage. We need a manager that can manage good players. I like Scotty Parker, but he's not the man. He's not the man.
Any positives from that game?
Ben Rama scored.
Yeah, nice to see Paqueta back in.
Yeah, Paqueta back, although he went off with a niggle at the end of the game, which isn't great to see. Zuma looked good again. I said Fabianski had a good game.
If we lose Saturday, is it a relegation battle season?
We're already in it.
I think we are as well, mate. I thought we're sleepwalking. We're in it. Yeah. Just finish off here. Not so much about who to get, but more about who will come to this board.
I think the thing is, again, we did mention this in the podcast earlier, that there's a really good chance that the club's going to be sold in the summer. So if as I said it earlier, regardless what happens, the board need to be sounding out managers during the winter break, during the World Cup. They need to be sounding managers out. They do, and that's obviously going to be the question. If there's a takeover in the works, that's obvious. That you know, that's obviously going to come up with discussion with any managers.
Yeah. Anything else, mate, or is that it for now? Yeah.
That'll do. I'm going to go and smash my TV up now playing FIFA.
Yeah, sorry to give you a bad review, guys, but it really is. It's starting to feel like one of those seasons. We know as West Ham fans what it feels like. You know it's going to be good. Many would say we're due a bad one, but we need to do something. You can't sit still. We can't. This team cannot allow itself to get into a relegation battle with Paquetas, with Scamacca. Just at the point we start spending some bloody money, it's typical West Ham that it all goes wrong. Sean Dyche is free, I think. No, thank you. Right, until next time, guys. Come on your eyes. Very, very sorry. Let us know where you stand with David Moyes. Let us know where you stand with the team and who you would put in. Until next time, keep believing. Let's go.